Hello everybody, welcome to Let's Try. My name is Retromation. This is Rally, a roguelike deck-building card game that is apparently largely inspired by Luck Be a Landlord, with a little bit of a smattering of Slay the Spire. I mean, that's music to my ears. I love both those games, and I think that the kind of Luck Be a Landlord genre style, like offshoot of deck building, is one that I wish was explored more, so I'm very excited to see what we're going to be getting into. I like to cover a lot of, under-the-radar gems. This game currently has no reviews on Steam. Absolutely none. So we're going to be going in here to check the game out. I'm very curious. I'm tentatively excited. Here we go. Here are some tips before you get started. Cards may interact with... One moment. Okay. Cards may interact with each other based off the following positions. Adjacent, which is all. Flush, which is the 4 directions. Diagonal. If 4 cards of the same faction in the same row or column, you will heal for a small amount and gain a special resource. This works once per unique faction per turn. You can see more detailed information about the game mechanics with the question mark menu. Okay. You and your crew have shipwrecked on a mysterious island. Okay, so we get, which general are you? Brunhilde. Okay, let's go ahead. So we're going to be playing as a human. You can switch the location of 2 cards on the battlefield. Luckily for you, there are signs of a town nearby where you may find some help before continuing. You heard that numerous armies have amassed on this island to battle over a wealthy location known as Duskbreak Castle. Fortify your own army and fight your way to claim the riches of the castle for yourself. Okay. Oh, look at this interesting. It's almost like a block printing art style. That's really interesting. I don't think I've really seen that in a game. Okay, attacks for 8 every 3rd time it is played. Okay, gives 1 attack to a random diagonal unit or 3 if it's an elf. So I imagine, I don't know, I imagine that we're going to be rolling a grid of cards. Like on a, I don't know, maybe a 4x4 or something like that. And it'll be randomized, kind of like we're rolling the slot machine in Luck Be a Landlord or something like that. That's my educated guess. Human unit, beggar. I mean, we could take one of these. Attacks for 8 every 3rd time it's played. It looks like this is like a rare or something. I don't know. Gains +1 attack when adjacent to another human unit. Elf artifact, dwarf artifact gives 4 defense to a random adjacent unit. I mean, we're going to have to just go on it. Is this... So we get to choose 3 for free, it seems. Card removal. Oh, you can turn off camera movement if that's something that bothers you. Honestly, I think it's kind of nice. I kind of like it for now, but we'll see. Human unit, 1 attack. I mean, okay, we'll do that, and then we'll see if we can go for... There we go. Gains +1 permanent attack every 3 times it is played. Ratben scales. I don't know what it is, really, but I know that it'll scale. 2 defense to a random flush unit, so a random unit that is directly adjacent to it. Okay, we'll just get these 3 cards, and then let's learn the game afterwards. It's interesting that we get to do the draft beforehand. I kind of almost like that in a way. It lets me feel like I can think about what I'm doing a little bit beforehand, but maybe not the most logical. But I kind of like it for me, because I like to make the deductions. Welcome to Rally. This is a tutorial designed to help you understand the basic mechanics of the game. This area to the left is the field. Cards from your deck are played here at random location every turn. Okay, yeah, understandable. Your deck starts with 8 cards plus whatever you just picked up in the shop. You can view your deck here. Every player general is able to also affect the position of your cards on the field. If you're not sure what to do, try getting 4 cards of the same faction in the same row or column. It will heal you and give you a special resource. Okay. These are the special faction resources, and they can be spent here on various abilities. After the field is set, the total stats of all the cards on the field will be calculated here. Great. Your stats are attack, how much damage you'll deal to the enemy. Wealth can be spent on various features. Defense, how much the enemy will damage... Wait, how much of the enemy damage you prevent. Extra defense does persist between rounds. That's always an important thing in a deck builder to get clarified right away. Over here, you can see the enemy health and incoming damage. When you take away a 1/4 of the enemy's health, you get a new card selection. Oh, interesting. Starting next army, sabotage cards will appear here. They're cards that are detrimental to your deck. All sabotage cards are removed from your deck when an army is defeated. Those are the basics. You can always check the question mark menu for more information. Good luck. Okay. So we got, theoretically, gains an attack when adjacent to another human unit. So, theoretically... so it's they can go up to 1. They're not, like, amazing. At best, they can get to +1. If 2 squires are adjacent, remove those cards and then add a knight to the deck. Oh, so they literally, like, they just Gundam each other? Okay. If there's at least 1 adjacent farmer, gain a wealth. Beggar. Game speed normal. Okay. Select 2 cards to switch. I can't... Okay, so as far as adjacent goes, we can move these 2. That's such a synergy. Oh, no, it is good. Okay, so you +1 for every... +1 attack when adjacent to another human. Bribe. Oof. Okay, so we have 100 health. I can bribe them. Interesting. To reduce the damage they deal. I guess I'll skip. Obviously, like, I don't love that for us right now. We don't have great defenses. We rolled our catapult. I think that was the first time it was it rolled the first time? I'm not sure. We got the infantry. They both have the defense there. Squire, beggar, farmer. So we didn't roll our second farmer. So I'm thinking that it is true. Nihil. Is a nil. I gotcha. Does not think these cards replace when add. Okay. So we are not guaranteed always going to roll the things that we have. Gotcha. Gotcha. Remove card. Apparently I can remove a card right now. Can I remove a nil? No. Okay, just checking. All right. So we got a import. Wait, what? Oh, wait. Oh, okay. So this is the special resource that you get because we got 4 humans in a row. We got this, which is actually a variable thing. We can spend 1 resource to get a random common artifact. 2 to switch the position of 2 rows of cards. Gives units +1 attack for every 3 artifacts in play. Gain 1 card removal. Gotcha. So this is what? I don't know. Dwarves based off of this? Elves? Seems to be the case. Interesting. Okay. So you can, like, you get certain powers that you'll be able to use as well. Do I want to add a random... you know what? I do want to add a random common artifact to my deck. Do I know what it is? Do I get to know what it is? I'm not sure. But as far as what cards to switch, these are all humans. We got all of that. I'm assuming they don't need to actually be right by each other now that I think about it. So we could probably just do this. Which gives us... Yeah, it gives us another one of those. Because we got one... No, we got one the first turn. You can only get 1 per, right? It said... Faction synergies. Once per unique faction per turn. Okay, so yeah, we can't get 2. We can't get 2. I do remember that. Alright, so this is going to be a little bit rough. Do I want to really be giving that much money out right now? Not necessarily. Choose a card, thank God. None, not a human. Gains 1 attack and wealth, and 2 defense for every adjacent jester card. Steel Potion gives an adjacent unit +2 permanent defense, and then destroys itself. That seems really good for us. I think the thing on the bottom is not the rarity. I think that's the faction. Okay. Gives unadjacent unit permanent +2. So we have the Squire. Catapult, who is maybe going to be attacking, maybe not. The infantry already doing their thing. Actually, if we move... It's a human artifact. Farmers are doing their thing. If we move this infantry right here... I don't think it's going to really do that much for us. Do we have a second Squire? No. As far as I'm aware, this is fine, and, like, infantries can't necessarily get too much more. And this is adjacent to a farmer. You know what? We'll do that because it gives us the 4 humans. And then we can double check about that synergy there. So that infantry has a permanent 3 armor. It's cool that it goes like record. That's your new best. That's something that I don't know if maybe Lucky Landlord added that. I think that's a good thing. Adds a random common artifact. I don't know what the other artifact I got was. Was it the... No, it wasn't. I have 7 defense. Theoretically, I'm going to be taking 9 damage still here, which is not great. Gravestone. Oh, is this what I got? Has a 25% chance to replace itself with a skeleton. I think that's the random artifact I got. It doesn't have to be a random human artifact. Gotcha. I guess that sort of makes sense. You're not taking my money. Tinker gives +1 attack to an adjacent artifact and gains 2 wealth. Can reroll. I mean, I feel like going into dwarf action afterwards does not seem to make a lot of sense. I don't know what a skeleton will be. Doesn't really do that much for us. Gives an attack to adjacent artifact. I do need defense, though, so I'm almost willing to take this just to get defense. And then maybe we could, like, try and go that angle. Infantry, that's got its thing. Catapult, theoretically looks like it's going to do its thing. So I think we want to send... The farmer is adjacent. Footman doing his thing. You just give me a little bit of money. This doesn't really matter. We'll get that synergy for hopefully next time. This should be very much lethal. Yeah, the catapult is kind of overkill right now. Do I want to spend my money? I'm going to say no, and I'm going to hope that that's fine. So healing up. Yeah, so getting the synergy heals you for 5. That is a very important element. Gain 25 health. Gain 40 gold. Gain an extra card selection in the shop. Give me 40 gold. Choose a treasure. 2 card selections to your next shop. Looks like ghost type units gain 2 attack and defense. All other units lose an attack and defense. I don't know that we can really do that right now. Give me the draft, I guess. Murderer destroys an adjacent common unit and gains 5 attack. Gives an adjacent unit or artifact 2 permanent wealth and then destroys itself. Gives an adjacent unit 5 temporary attack and then destroys itself. That just seems like a no-brainer. Dwarf artifact destroys an adjacent common artifact and gains a permanent +1 to a random stat. We can do a reroll, I guess. Adds a random common potion to your deck every other turn. Let's go for a reroll. Scrap Golem. Okay, so the thing at the top is probably the rarity. Ooh, oh, okay. This could be a way for us to go get a little bit of dwarf action while still having a focus on these artifacts. We could go for an artifact deck. Gains a permanent +1 defense when flush with 2 or more artifacts. Gives itself 2 times attack. I mean, that's obviously good, but like, I like the idea of that. Human artifact +1 defense to flush units. That's really good too. Guys, why does this game not have any reviews? What the heck? This is cool. This is really neat. Just a dwarf artifact that gives 2 wealth. My concern is, what do I do? So this is an artifact though, right? I'm doing it. If I can get 4 dwarves, there might be a magical world where we get a dwarven unit. Minor 5 wealth every other time it's played. Human unit. I'm going to reroll this one. We have a lot of money. Dwarf unit, 2 times block to flush dwarf units. I don't have a lot of those. Destroys a flush common artifact and gains 4 temporary attack. I mean, he's a common for a reason. I'm going to go with the farmer. I think it's early enough that we can go for something like that. You know what? A swap of this and that. No, a potion's not an artifact. Shoot. Obviously, this and that is fine, but I was trying to set up a 4-bopper of humans. What are we at? Gives units +1 attack for every 3 artifacts in play. What could go wrong? Let's import another artifact. What could go wrong? I'm going to do it. I'm going to start to ramp you up. This puts him in line with both of those, so he should get a permanent defense. I want to turn up the... Okay. Oh, gosh. There's a sabotage. Destroys itself and destroys an adjacent unit if possible. Okay. Do I want to bribe? No. Turns until the sabotage card is added into your deck. Oh, God. So we're going to get the heal for sure. For sure. We might as well, if we move this here, we get the farmers to all link up for the bonus, and then the scrap golem gets another, theoretically, another permanent defense. Oh, he wasn't flush with them last time. That's right, he has to be flush. He doesn't need to be adjacent, he needs to be flush. Okay, 23 damage, I only have 11 block. You know, I'm gonna bribe you for once here. I don't know if I like that much, though. Give me another target dummy. It's an artifact. Oh, we got a skeleton. Destroys itself the 4th time it's played. Oh, he's just like a really good guy. He's just a really good guy. Is there anywhere I can put my dummy? My scrap golem. Man, this ability, this is just one ability, select 2 cards to switch, is a godsend for something like this. Makes me very curious what the other characters have. But I don't... Yeah, there's no way to get anything flush with it. None of these are artifacts. Okay, so what about... Let's look for some farmers. So farmers are all good. They're all active. Catapult, it's doing its thing. Ornate statue, doing its thing. We obviously can't get a 4-bopper of dwarves, though it's kind of close. +1 defense to flush units. I think the best thing we could maybe do right now is just move the target dummy into the middle. You will be adjacent to another human. Okay, we're good. That's fine. Oh, but artifacts aren't units. Okay, so we could have had a better spot. Like right here would have been better. 14 block. We still don't have quite enough. We have a card removal. Boy, I don't want to be taking all this here. Scrap pile. When destroyed, replace itself and adjacent nihil tiles with metal scrap. Oh, it's defense. The rat then is interesting too. 2 times attack when on the bottom row. Oh, that's interesting. You could play that with humans. That being said, I'm going to either reroll or skip. I picked reroll. I'm not going to take any more beggars. In fact, I have 2 removals. I think I might remove it. The skeleton's going to remove itself anyways. I'm going to remove the other beggar. Those were our 2 removals we had. Okay. I did not roll my golem. Farmers are all active. Catapult gonna do its thing. There is a location we can swap the ornate statue down to make it so the target dummy. I think that's the play, I guess, right now. So that it gets us a +4. And then we get the catapult action. Record 6. Oh, 6 defense. Yeah. 16. We're going to get the bomb, which I guess I'm very concerned about. And destroys an adjacent common unit, if possible. So if it's not by a unit, then it doesn't matter. I think 5 might be the max for this. Just going to do that because it's not immediate. I'll take that little bit of damage. Wizard. 2 times attack to a random diagonal unit. I'm going to do that. He also has to attack himself, which is nice. The good news is with Sabotage, we can relocate him. We have the technology. Do we swap the Golem just for the permanent defense here? Just for the permanent defense, he says. Maybe we do? The farmer's in such a weird spot. Yeah, there's so much that I wish was changed here. But there's not a lot we can do about that. We can move the catapult just over. That would do it too. Because this is hitting 2. If I go up here, it's hitting... Catapult is an artifact, not a unit. So... Switch the positions of 2 rows of cards. I mean, I don't have that ability now. I guess we're just gonna go ahead and do it. Right, like that. It's not great. But that gives us the permanent. I really do. I want to think about long term, you know? So that's been added to our deck. We have plenty of damage. The bribe system is really interesting. Like, pushing your luck a bit. Oh, literally just junk. I'd rather have that. Okay, we got a murder. But we can rest. More money. Choose a treasure. Reduce the reroll price. This is so cool. This is good. This is really good. This is a really crisp take on this. It's just a crisp take on it. Gives each human card in a human faction synergy +2 to a random stat. What? Oh, in a synergy, so a line of 4. Gives all human units a permanent +1 to a random stat forever. This is like a rare. Gives each dwarf card in a dwarf faction synergy +2 to defense or wealth. I mean, obviously, I love me some rerolls, but this just seems so logical. Silver Dust, all adjacent artifacts +1 wealth. I mean, that could be our 4th. That could be our 4th artifact. For dwarves. But human and artifact right now is too good to do. Gives adjacent that symbol +1 attack, +2 defense. How many of those do we have? So that'd be okay. So that's like farmers, and that's it for me. Just farmers and beggars. I removed my beggars. Comes with 2 defense as well. Sure. Gives me something else to mess around with. Okay. This is pretty good. We can move the target dummy there. Bing, bang. Gives me more defense, and it activates my scrap golem. And we get the synergy anyways there. Huge. We might actually, like... I was going to say we might actually fully defend, but they're attacking for 30 now? That's no joke. Obviously, the catapult could work. Do we have a flush? We do have a flush human setup here. Switch to Rose. Is that of interest to me at this point? I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is. Getting a fourth dwarf would give us a rare small chance to get an extra 5 heal. Ooh. Ooh. Uncommon potion. Select a unit. This is so neat. This is so neat. I'm thinking. We move the target dummy. No, but he's not going to get... Here he's buffing up one thing. There he'd be buffing up... Well, he'd be buffing up 2. It is a net gain. It is a wee net gain. One day we'll get something that will just double the Scrap Golem's defensive capabilities. Oh my god, 20? That's a new record for total. I mean, we just have so much money. I feel like it's okay to do a little bribing. It's a treat. With all the dummies, it's kind of difficult to think that we should definitely be going for more catapults at this point. Because we have a lot of dummies, and they do not want to be by catapults. But we want catapults for... Maybe we just take the monk. A second monk seems nice. Okay, a dummy that we didn't have to relocate. Pretty cool, pretty cool. If we move you up, it's a 1, 2, 3. If we move this here, you still buy it all. We get the 1, 2, 3. You are... The monk's not buy anything particularly valuable. One thing I would say, and it's a small thing, is that, like... I mean, maybe it's this shape so that it can go mobile easier or something, but, like... I wish it was wider instead of tall. That being said, I do know what all the cards do, but if you don't, then it's going to be a little bit difficult, I suppose. I think we're good to just go like this. Make sure the dummy hits a little bit more. Oh, them catapults. Oh my god! Wait a minute. I'm just doing this because I want to say we took no damage. We took no damage. 1 carryover, baby. 1 carryover. What happened to that bomb? What happened to it? Destroys a common artifact and then destroys itself. I mean, it'll be a bit of a bummer, sure. I don't know about adding too many more common artifacts. Okay. We got the monks by themselves here. Adjacent. So if we move you here, we're probably in a better spot. That should be pretty brutal. Oh! Mamma mia! Oh my god! I'm ahead of the curve here! 9 block! Crystalline Potion doubles all stats of all flush units, then destroys itself. It seems temporary, though. It doesn't say permanently. I mean, obviously, it's a rare thing and seems good. Gains an attack on wealth for each adjacent artifact. Ooh, that's actually... For a common? That seems up my alley. There's the thief. Destroys an adjacent artifact. Common artifact. I do like that it specifies common. I'm gonna have this happen. I'm gonna let that happen. I don't love it. It's not my favorite, but I'm gonna let it happen for now. I think we're gonna take damage. No. We're stabilizing. Switch the defense and attack of all diagonal units. Weird and cool. I think we reroll this though. +1 attack to all adjacent units. Elf artifact. I don't know if I want to do this. One more reroll. Nope. 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 Okay, final reroll. Another monk does sound good. Though an ornate statue to maybe give us the rare Dwarven 4. I'm doing it. In the... shoot. Is there any way we can, like, adjust? No, I don't think there's any way we can. Positions of 2 rows of cards. There's nothing we can do to do that. But that's the thing, though, is it could happen sometimes. Okay, so the Scrap Golem is an artifact. I thought it was a unit. I thought it was a unit and an artifact in the same way that, you know, Magic the Gathering units are sometimes artifact creatures. I thought that's what he was. Rip. All right. But that's actually good for this. Farmers are doing their thing. We have a monk. We do. At this point, it's probably best to focus on the monk aspect of this turn. We're gonna get the guaranteed synergy. And he's just gonna buff up everybody like crazy there. We could have put that monk there instead. No. This monk here maybe would have been okay. Full health, dude. We did it. We stabilized. Whoa. A random artifact has its ability triggered twice. All potions grant +2 defense. When a unit is destroyed, gain a stack. Gain defense equal to the number of stacks every turn. That's busted, though? Has to be a unit. It's really... Okay. Oh, you can also... You get a reroll per treasure room. I missed that. That being said, this is just so clearly up my build's alley. Gives all flesh units +3 attack. Destroys itself after 5 uses. The greedy golem could work. I mean, this is an artifact that destroys itself. Dwarf unit, just straight up a 2-block, 2 wealth. Just a good guy. I let a dummy get destroyed. In the best case scenario, in a perfect world, this is a 4-block card. I'm going to reroll once here. Reduces all wealth of adjacent units to 0. Gains attack equal to the wealth reduced. I mean, I have so much money. Like, I have so much money. Yeah. I don't really have a lot of dwarf units. I have 1 dwarf unit. You are heaving me, man. Ah, an artifact that gives wealth when destroyed. I'll do this. I might actually remove the engineers at some point. Like, I don't know. Do we have something that we want to ditch? Like, I kind of like the farmers due to the, due to the monk of it all. Yeah, we have 4 card removal. I don't feel like I need it right now. Maybe too many infantry? What's my worst rolled infantry? Triple wealth infantry is good, though. Double defense. I'll remove this one. I feel like they can go. As much as 2 defense is, like, not bad. I think it's maybe the angles. Squire. I still have you? Squire can go. I feel like I hadn't seen the Squire in ages. What are those? Okay. All right, I think that's good. 2 cards to swap. So close to getting the dwarf thing, and we just didn't roll it. Golem's doing his thing. Golem is doing his thing already. A swap of the monk and the weapon pile is actually so optimal. Because the weapon pile will buff up everybody around it, and the monk will buff up these farmers. And then the target dummy will also hit 3. Because it won't hit the scrap column. That's just really optimal. Woo! Oh my god! 18 attack! I freaking killed him, dude! You know, now that I think about, like, the long-term play of that, it's kind of exciting. Gives +1 attack to an adjacent artifact and gains 2 wealth. I'm doing it. One of these days. I think I might remove the dwarf footman, though, as a result of that. As a result of that, I think that it's time for that to go. Oof. Monk over 1. Oh, this monk over 1. It's probably the play. Engineer. You're fine. I like this. I like this fine. We need to use this. But I don't know what to do. I guess that? So we have to do that earlier. I'm assuming that's not permanent. That would make sense. It's a lot of damage. I don't know why. I don't need to go for that much removing of that. That cannot be permanent. 1, 2, 3 artifacts. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that should be +2. It looks permanent. Wait, no. Green is permanent? I think green is if they've been permanently buffed. Okay. This is informing me of a catapult problem, I think. This is informing me of a catapult issue. He's not going to get buffed there. That's fine. We could just ditch it to get the first dwarf buff finally. Sure. Let's see the first dwarf buff. Double synergy. Unnecessary heal up to full. New record of it. Oh, new record for that unit. We're doing great damage. We're taking great damage. Ugh. That's not a unit. I'm gonna reroll once. King gives all adjacent human units +1 to each stat. He's a legendary. Okay, weapon pile. We can get another 4 flush. Dude, I'm doing it. That's a heal of 10. That's hard to say no to. Huge, amazing offensive play that we have here. Another ornate statue seems stupid. 2 defense to a random flush unit. Singular. I mean, it's almost, in a way, like, this is a great, like, oh, I happen to roll it in the corner piece. But I'm not, I think it's too late for it. Gains a permanent +2 attack or defense when targeted by a potion. Oof. Okay, using this... See, this is... I don't know what the... I can only imagine there's a human, an elf, and a dwarf commander. So I can only imagine, like... I'm thinking this, while you're playing with a human commander, has a probably completely different play style than if you're playing with an elf commander. Like, using our ability to completely feed the addiction is really interesting. You're giving me all kinds of elf stuff, huh? I last roll and then we've had some really nice stuff happen to the engineers. Like, they've gotten some hefty rolls. Reduce defense of all adjacent units by 1. Sure. I hear ya. Put you in the corner. Just put it over there, reduce... Because that brings the monk in to give... Like, it's a net gain still. It's not great. Like, it's really not great. Actually, moving the king here gives us a little... It's okay. Like, it's going to hit 2. But that's not that big of a deal. Still a net gain. That is not what you want to see, though. Ouch. They're alive! They're freaking alive! Wait, Poisoner stays? I didn't know that Poisoner stayed. I thought that, like the other ones, it went away. Shoot, we should have removed it immediately then. Yeah, having an extra card removal seems really, really good. Add a turn to the sabotage timer. It probably goes away. Yeah, delivery plus that is going to be really interesting. So you're getting your thing. There's no good spot for the Poisoner, man. Diagonal. Wait, is it diagonal? Yeah, random diagonal unit. I mean, maybe we'll get... Wait, if we move this over here, it's a 50-50. If we swap this here, it's a 50-50. He's going to hit this infantry or one of the farmers that gets buffed. And then also it moves something else that's not going to be penalized by the Poisoner. Okay, what are you doing? Oh, you hit down there. Okay, so we got the 8. Up the 9 with you. What am I using money for? Just a million rerolls? Current health 90? Who cares then? Wizards and warders target all diagonals. Oh, elf units on the bottom row +2 defense heals your army 15 health on pickup. All of these gain 2 wealth. That could have been good if we were focusing more on that. These gain 2 times attack. I don't know what that means. Three wealth to all, 3 wealth to all, 3 wealth to all. Another catapult is going to be a big old nope for me. Skip. Beggar. 1 roll. Elf artifact, 1 attack, 1 defense to each adjacent elf. We skip at this point. We've got to really start to analyze what to ditch. Like, the farmers are nice. I feel like we can remove the final infantry. I think it might be in our best interest to remove the dwarf footmen. We have Saboteur coming. This and this would fulfill 2 benefits. Be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 and 5. Just from the king placement. Scrap Golem gets his thing too. That's a lot of attack. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of damage coming from them. Oh my god. You almost don't want to bribe unless maybe like if we can overflow. If we could overflow one because of a bribe, that's kind of tempting. Or if we're already blocking it, I'm gonna say no, right? Hey. It's too expensive. Too hefty a cost. Too hefty a cost. This is not looking good. This is not looking good. I'm going to at least take the huge damage up from the weapon pile movement there. And just say that's going to be good enough for now. Like, we're going to do buku damage. Because the wizard is going to target the monk there too, apparently. Pretty darn good. Yeah, we're doing so much, but we're taking so much. We are definitely more aggressively sound than we are defensively sound. I think that a catapult can go. Ow. It's probably too late for that, if I'm going to be honest. Oh, but they can stack on themselves. It's too late for it, but I'm going to do it anyways. The fact that it can stack on itself is really nice. We could get the heal. If we just move this over, we could get a double heal. It moves the monk into a better spot as well for both of those. Double synergy, double heal. Okay, so we got something added. Let's definitely go for a card removal. Get that out of here. Hit me with it. All right. King is in a terrible spot. Yeah, I don't know. I think one of them statues got to go. We do have the ability to double move something, but I don't know if it's ever worth it a turn to use this and our main ability to make something happen. I don't think so. This is a great monk spot. Like, this is an incredible monk spot. Probably worth focusing everything I'm doing on, I guess. Sure. So +4, +8 on the defense being the... Wait. Oh, they normally have 0 defense. That's why. Yeah, we're falling. We're falling behind in defense, and we have been for a while. I don't want to be spending that much money, but it's also like I'm not doing anything else. Gain attack and defense for every adjacent soul. There's definitely a world where we were going to be doing that. Our ornate statue could probably go too. Last reroll. No. Okay, that golem's active. King is in a Garbo spot. +1 to each. So you're around here. I don't know if I want to move that farmer because then I miss out on +1, +2. Move you here. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I move you here, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, like, it might just be better to plop down another monk. You're there. So you're good. What if I did swap you? Would that... first of all, it wouldn't matter because it needs to be flush. That one's not scaling too well. Boink, boink. That could work, but is it worth it to just spend a whole turn to get you to scale? Probably not. I think we do this, so you're going to get all these without sacrificing the monk's benefit, which is actually... Unless we want +1 extra wealth, the monk's is better. Okay. Kind of want that buy a catapult. I'm sort of in the market to remove a catapult. Wait. Okay, we're +12 now. You know, I don't care. I don't really care which. Like, obviously I prefer it's not this one that gets hit. That'd be more convenient for me. Any monk situation? We don't have any monks out. Double synergy, baby! So what did it take? Of course, yeah, it took the one that was going to do a ton of damage. Oh, boy! Ow! I don't want to spend all that money all the time, though. But ow! Boom, boom. We could. The monk has really been doing a lot of my work. Bang, bang. I don't know. Yeah, they've just been much more important and integral to my success than I think anything else. Like, those turns were things... I really should probably use this for that, but gain 2 times the current defense is pretty cool. So you have to do that... Wait, you have to do that first? What? Weird. Just take a little tiny dinky amount of damage. Thorny Vine, Elf Artifact, just does attack defense. I'm gonna skip. Don't have a remove. 51 health. I think we do want to add 1 to the sabotage timer and get a little bit of a removal. Yeah. Out. Okay. Monk is in a good spot. Get the other monk up there. Probably too many catapults, but I don't know if I want to, like, remove one at the moment. We definitely want to transition out of them at some time. Farmer doesn't have defense to begin with. I don't know. I don't think the Tinkerer does either, so I don't think we're actually losing anything there. It's a little painful. We're going to be here another turn. Okay. 24. I mean, just at this point, finishing this round out is probably the most beneficial thing we could do. Yeah, catapult not being an actual unit is rough for our success. Scrap Golem, neither Scrap Golem's gonna get activated no matter what I freaking do here. It's just, unless I reroute? Maybe? No? No? I mean, money's cool, but, like, I don't know. Diagonal. I think that... Are we in another monk's range? We are in another monk's range if we put you here. Maybe we get lucky and get hit with that diagonal. Not that it's going to really be that big of a deal. King is the other option, which would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, it might actually be better this time. Let's go for the king. Oof, though. I suspect pain in our future. We're going to get enough damage to kill, for sure. If only I could... Yeah, I'll just take 2 hit. I'll just take 2 damage, sure. Plus 10 health. We did it. Rare units get plus 3 wealth. All units plus 1 attack when 2 different factions... When an artifact is destroyed, gain wealth. Heals your army for 15... Artifacts gain attack equal to their wealth. These are such cool upgrades, man. Oh, I have to go, though. Unfortunately, I have to go. I don't know what's the deal with how long a run is. It seems like it's a little bit on the longer side. Apologies for that pause on tap out. I just need to go. This game is $4.50 right now. This is so good. Like... There's literally, this has not been reviewed on Steam. I'm so impressed. Like, yes, it's obviously very inspired by the kind of like Luck Be a Landlord format, obviously. But it's doing something different with it for sure. Like, it took a little bit on startup to fully process what was going on with a couple of little extra mechanics. But let me tell you, those extra mechanics are sorely welcome. And it's not just kind of like a click and go simulator, which is definitely a fun element of a Luck Be a Landlord kind of style game. But there's a lot of like active play that you can do. You get to actually process your board and manipulate it and strategize with it a little bit more directly after the roll. Like, you actually, the fact that you get to do something after the roll and it has a really big effect, there's just so much really, really clever mechanics at play here. And this game is just truly an under-the-radar gem. Like, you know, don't judge a book by the cover. And honestly, like, truth be told, once you're in the game, it's pretty darn clean. Like, I think it doesn't screenshot well, I think, is maybe part of it from Steam. It does not screenshot well. In motion, it actually looks better than it does on Steam. It really does. But it's just so pleasing. I think the kind of block print visual style, very cool, very clean, very fresh. I just really like it, and I hope that it does really well. I hope it blows up. I don't know, like what would it be? Is it the Steam promo art or something? like the logo. I don't know. What could it be? Because this game is really good, and I hope you guys will check it out. I hope this is another one of the good old Retromation helps to blow it up games. I really, really hope so. I hope you guys give this a shake, and I think that this is a special little game here. Really neat. Really, really neat. I'm very curious what the other characters are like. On top of the fact that it's so obviously ripe for expansion, like so obviously ripe for expansion. You know, like more cards, more general. Even if there were no more cards, like the smallest tweak of the mechanic of the general being, you know, like you getting an ability every single spin, every single roll to do an actual thing that mechanically changes the board. A new general is a world of difference in this game. I don't know, man. Anyways, I don't know. How could... what are we going to do, man? Thank you for watching, though. God, I love the game. It's very fun. I'm very pleased. I'm so surprised. I was coming in expecting... hoping to be surprised, like, hoping to be impressed, expecting to come out lukewarm. I'm wowed. I'm wowed. Very cool. Pick it up. Thank you for watching. This has been Rally. My name is Retromation, covering indie games every single day with an extra specialty in roguelikes and roguelites. If you want to find a channel that'll check out all of these games ahead of time or before other people will check them out, is willing to take a little bit of a dive, a little bit of a risk of my own time on a game to really like see if there's something here. This is one that I thought I saw some potential promise in. Thought it could be neat. Even though it had literally no reviews on the website, and I think I was very much correct. I enjoy it. I'm sorry for gushing so much. I'm just impressed. Thank you for watching. Thank you. Check the channel. Roguelikes more every single day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.